the guys that got into it, in the 1990s and the early 2000s that got into it as because the industry was booming, those guys are all gone. They're all gone. And the guys that are still there are the guys that did it for passion. There was a guy that wanted me to open I get asked all the time to open a franchise. And I say, well, I don't really want to do that. Well, why don't you have other locations? Well, how can I have other locations when I'm only in Dallas? How can the guy wanted me to do one in Austin, I said, how can I do one in Austin if I'm in Dallas? Well, you can get it set up, and Rick, you can make a lot of money and all this. And without even thinking, I said, I didn't get into this business to make money. That wasn't my goal. My goal is, hey, I think I can build some cool motorcycles. Hey, I think I have something to offer that people want. Hey, wait, I can do motorcycles all day long for a living. Okay, I'm in. That was my thought, was if I could make a living doing something that I love, like what you're doing now. Me and you could be working for, hold on, let me pick somebody good. We could be working for Walmart in the warehouse, driving a truck. I got buddies that drive trucks. Or we could be working in a cubicle somewhere. No, thanks. I don't want to do that.
I agree.
Rick, we can pay you 5 times the money you make, but you got to go to work in a cubicle and you got to wear like disco clothes and all that. I'm not doing it. We own, our property is right by Love Field. So we are right by Southwest Airlines, which Southwest is some of my biggest customers. And so Southwest, their campus keeps growing. So from my property to the newest Southwest building is 200 yards. So my wife said, what are you going to do when Southwest comes in here one day and they want this corner? Because I got the corner. And I said, well, it depends how bad they want the corner. And she said, you wouldn't sell this property for any amount of money, would you? And I said, no. If they'd say, okay, Rick, you can sell your property, $6 million and put it in the bank. Okay, and then what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You got $6 million in the bank. Okay, what am I going to do with it? I have no desire to drive those fancy foreign cars. I got some of the coolest motorcycles on the planet. The truck I'm driving today is a 57 Chevy beater truck that I love. That's the stuff that I do. Money doesn't mean anything to me other than my wife pays all the bills. Does she have enough money to pay her bills and I can build motorcycles and play with motorcycles and talk to motorcycles? That's what I want to do. So
I love that. I love that. No, I love that. That's pretty much how I live my life too. But I haven't done nearly as much as you have. But I love this attitude of, you're there for the bikes, because at the end of the day, right, this kind of goes back to this sort of, feeling that we all have of, what are we trying to do with our lives, right? Like, what we get up every day for, what's the purpose of what we do? And you take that purpose and you want to fulfill it with something you want to do. And as long as the bills are paid, you're good to go.
I'm good to go. And
I love that.
I want to leave the motorcycle industry better than I found it. And,
wow.
So
I think you have. Mission accomplished.
That's my goal, so.
You've done that. That goal's done. You got to have another goal now, Rick, because that goal's mission accomplished. You've obviously left it better. You got